Hi, this is Alan Shea with Our Society TV, and I am so honored to have the king, can I say that? The king of the music industry with well, we're gonna give you the king because we have other aspiring kings, but they have to put in at least 30 years, okay, 30 years or more of working with a stellar list of successful artists. And after you see and hear from this gentleman here, you can understand why we acknowledge him as a king and why he's here today, joining us on the red carpet to share with you viewers how important events like this are to keep building the community here in music, and also especially the African American community, minority community, and the future of music, especially, can I say, with what AI is going to do to music?
Yes, you can.
Can I say what Web3 is going to do to music?
Absolutely.
And can I say we're not going to ignore NFTs?
No, not at all.
So why don't you share, give the viewers just a little bit of your background as to what brought you here today.
Yes, well, I'm here to be on the panel to discuss the music business and to basically help up-and-coming artists. Yeah.
And give him a little bit more, because this is a very humble king. He's not one who wears the victorious accomplishments on his shoulders, but we want to go deep because we want you viewers to see how this community is thriving, and it's thriving because of kings like this gentleman here. So give him some insight really of how important is this event today and what it can do for future artists by having this type of event, cultivating and becoming a normal fixture going forward.
Yeah, well, basically, like you said, for me, he considered me a king, but, you know, I believe that people that's going to be here is inspiring, and plus, we're all looking for the next big thing. That's why I'm here. I'm here to try to help, but I'm also, from the previous events they had, I've seen some incredible talent, and for Trackhead, for the other group, they're professional and they're helping different artists, and so I just wanted to help them with coming in as a record company executive. I used to manage Boyz II Men. I managed Janet Jackson. I managed Vanessa Williams, Deborah Cox, Blackstreet, Teddy Riley, Brownstone. The list goes on. And like you said, I've been doing this for about 40 years. So thank God, and it's my lifestyle. It's what I do. It's not a job. I enjoy doing it, and so I'm here, basically, to help these inspired kids, to let them know that, this is the best business in the world, and I'm in it. I was never in it for the money, but by being good at what I do, I make a whole lot of money, and so that's, I guess, the message that I want to spread.
Wow, you know what? And this gentleman here has articulated so eloquently about the reality of life. One of the key things he said he didn't do it for the money. He did it for the passion. And through that passion, it opened the doors to all kind of relationships, opportunities, and certainly a 40-year, which I would think that qualifies for longevity, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. Yeah,
So why don't you share with the viewers your IG so they can see how authentic you are. And before we leave, one of the things that we ask from Our Society TV is share a story or something of inspirations that this young group of incredible artists can gravitate to and believe in so their dreams can come true.
Okay, my Instagram is Qadree, Qadree, El-Amin, ELAMIN. I'm on Instagram. I know you like maybe young kids not into Facebook. I'm on the Facebook and LinkedIn and all the social platforms.
And last but not least, before we let you go, share something of wisdom or inspiration to young people to really believe in their dreams, to let them know that even your background, which may have started challenging from a childhood, came out to be very full of opportunities and riches as an adult because of the pathway you chose.
Well, I think it's just like, for me being here, anybody that's here, it's the reason. And the people that's here is just is really as great as I am. So they're, and they might not realize it, and that's so what I want to share with them is that to come to an event like this, you're in the right room. Because I've checked it out, and I've dealt with superstar artists that's picky. So I analyze this place and the people that I'm dealing with. They're here to help you. All you have to do is believe in yourself, and a lot of even successful artists. A lot of times I tell them to don't overthink things. Just listen to people. And they're not going to lead you wrong. Like some people try to make you think that the business is not good. You shouldn't sign contracts. That's not true. The contracts is standard contracts. They've been around for years. People get in and then they have problems within themselves because it's just like your life. If you don't have to be in the music business, but you have I used to, when I was young, I used to feel as though it was a good angel and a bad angel. But in my life, I don't hear the bad angel. So and I've been blessed to spend some time with Michael Jackson. And one of the things Michael said was that when God inspires somebody to do something, why somebody got to say no? So most of the executives, they're looking for people that's confident, the people that believe in themselves, and they'll take a shot with you. So you cannot go in and thinking that they're not going to enjoy you or they're not. And not only that, they know that they could develop you. They could help you. They could give you, if you a singer, they'll give you the right producer. And that's what this group is about. They've been bringing together, like you got Rockstar, who, and think about it, like I'm going to be on a panel. All these people I've dealt with. I have their personal numbers, and they have my number.
And you know what? This gentleman have just blown it away because he was able to tie not only a real understanding of the business, but he really imparted upon you a real understanding of self. And if you're ever going to become anything in life, you got to start with self before you'll ever be able to receive the benefits and the end results of a career and opportunities. And he certainly leveraged against someone we all know, Mr. Michael Jackson himself.
I didn't mean to
and well, no, it's okay, and it's all good because Michael has certainly carved out a landscape that is so relevant today, probably more so than when he was here. Especially if you're talking about now, there's at least two generations who didn't grow up with Michael Jackson, who really understand what his contributions were. And I think someone like you and I, because he was my client as well, right. And what my experience with him was certainly all about how to be proactive instead of reactive with all the things that's going to come your way once you get to the levels that you are introducing the artist to today. They have to also know that it's called show business, okay? And that's a side that a lot of artists must gravitate to understand, as well as developing their crafts and their gifts so that they can elevate themselves to be the superstars that this gentleman will get you to. So,
are you looking for a manager?
Well, he's my new brother, so that's why we got to make sure all of you. That's why I said all of you out here really can see this is authentic. This is the first time that we've really met and engaged each other, so it's all real.
No, but I've been watching you.
You can give him a little insight if you've been watching me. You can see what my energy and my commitment's been about.
I've been watching you interview other people. I've had celebrities that I brought for him to interview, and he's been able to ask the right question. Even myself, like I feel comfortable having a conversation with him. But he's professional, and it's good that he looks at the room, he sees who's there, and he's a professional, and so other artists or kids could look at it's another profession that they could look at it's very profitable, like Ryan Seacrest or yourself,
Right. And
That's so true. Because even with like the Michael thing, Michael took care of me. Like I got married at his ranch.
Okay.
He did my wedding.
okay.
Yeah, and he basically wanted me with him, and I was blown away,
Right.
like, but he saw something in me
Right.
that like I said, it is. That's what people have to understand, that like you do have even in the business, you encouraged to be in it, but people see your power, and you see it with even athletes. Like a lot of these, like you see LeBron James or Steph Curry, they dig down deep. They believe in themselves, but they bring out the best of them. So that's what I think we want to encourage people is to work hard, because that's what I did. And it's funny because a lot of my education far as business came from my mother.
What?
A lot of like I was talking to a guy today that we're doing like a big deal, and he said he hears his mother, and this guy is,
Right.
and he's saying he hears his mother's voice. So it's the same thing, is that my mother taught me to do what's right. Like even I get in situations, take the high road.
Right.
So I live by that.
Right.
Like Michelle Obama, her mother told her, take the high road. That's where a lot of our worth ethics, comes from, and so we apply that in our daily lives. And it just so happened, it's just my business is music, but I still been brought up right. And not only that, my premise is to please God and my family and friends. That's it.
Well,
So this legacy is what you was referring to. Like he was encouraging me to do this interview for my grandkids to be able to see their grandfather, and some of the things that I've done. So Steve Winter had mentioned to me before where he built like the MGM Hotel, and he put his name on it in Mandarin, and it's because of his legacy, and so. I think that's another thing that.
And like I said, I can stay with him about a week to break all this down. But one thing I really appreciate, and that's you giving me this opportunity to make sure that we add value to today's event. And certainly by you spearheading up the panel, I'm sure we're going to get some great responses that we're going to capture so that the viewers can see the insight of the journey of being successful, being in the community, and how Hollywood is what you make it. Can I say that?
Absolutely.
And my experience with Hollywood, and I used to hear it all the time, was that Hollywood, people use you, this and that, this and that. Well, I share with everybody that my good fortune was entering Hollywood through my angel, Barbara Morrison.
Oh, wow.
And Barbara Morrison really, she's my angel, and she opened the doors to all kind of people that I've met. And I have never had a bad experience with people in the industry.
No.
The more challenging experience I had is people who want to come into the industry and do not have the commitment and development for working. The work that goes into it is mandatory, and it must be consistent, and it must be your walk in life that you believe and carrying out this type of daily engagement to get the end results. Can I say that?
Absolutely. It's funny because my angel, and I didn't refer him as angel, but I came here, Eddie Murphy.
Wow.
Yeah, I came Eddie Murphy at Fort Shear's house, and we came out for a party. But he also was doing, I think it was Harlem Nights or one movie, and I had a girl, Miss Teen USA, that I was looking to, get into the business. He told me to bring her on the set, and then he'll probably put her in, and he did, and I fell in love with LA.
Wow, so that's how you broke into it?
That's how I got there.
Wow. Hey, we're going to make a movie out of that. So you guys follow me on this one because that's what I'm talking about.